दृष्टुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युं नमाम्यहम्. Dear students, last class we have discussed how to write a chemical equation and how to balance a chemical equation. So all chemical reactions are represented by balanced chemical equations. The reactants react to form the product. We write the reactants in the left side and the products in the right side to get in their chemical symbol and formulae to get the skeleton equation. Then second step, we make the number of atoms of reactant to be equal to number of atoms of product formed by multiplying with simple whole numbers wherever required to get the atomic equation. Now the atomic equation is balanced, but it's not a balanced chemical equation. Reason because all elementary gas molecules, they remain in their molecular state. So if anything is there in the atomic state, we have to molecular, and if required we may have to multiply by 2. So then we multiply by 2 if required wherever, then we make it, or if atoms are there we make it molecular, we get the molecular equation. So that is called the balanced chemical equation. So this balanced chemical equation can be obtained by different methods. The one, heat and trial method. Second, partial equation method. Third, ion electron method. 4, oxidation number method. 5, algebraic method. So we have discussed heat and trial method. What is heat? Heat means make number of atoms. That is called heat. And then trial, we compare until we get both sides equal. So that is the reason called heat and trial. For example, in sports also you will have the day of heat and day of final hits. So suppose 100 students are there in a 100-meter race. All the 100 students cannot run. So if there are 10 tracks, then they are divided into 10. So each group they go with 10s, they go, number 1 comes. Then second, number 1 comes. Third, number 1, like this. These are called the hits. Then from the 10 groups, we will get 10 people, then allow them to run. There we choose the first, second, third, that is called final. So we got the final, we got the runner, first, second, third, by doing number of atoms. So here also we do number of atoms to make the left hand side equal to right hand side, and we have done a number of reactions, and all the where we try to write the product. I didn't write the product. In book the product is given and he is asking to balance, but in each reaction I have taught you how to get the product from the classes I have taken earlier to that. Now let's come to the second step, the partial equation method. We will discuss the methods one by one, then last again we will do equations by the different methods. Partial equation method. What is this partial equation method? In this what happens, suppose there are 2 or more than 2 reagents are reacting, different type of reagents are reacting. All of them, they do not react simultaneously. So their reaction take place in steps. So it becomes difficult to balance by heat and trial method. For one simple example I am giving you. Suppose the equation is given to us, potassium permanganate it treated with dilute sulfuric acid and H2S gas passed through that. This is the equation. So potassium permanganate we have taken, we have added dilute sulfuric acid and H2S. Suppose I will give you the product, suppose. So the product will form K2SO4. He has given the product K2SO4, MnSO4, H2O plus sulfur. Suppose the products are also given to us. Now this becomes difficult to multiply heat and trial method, because different, here one potassium, there two potassium, here one sulfate, there two sulfate, then another sulfate, then H2O, then sulfur. So many things are there. We can balance by heat and trial method, not that it's not possible, because Napoleon says impossible is a word found in the dictionary of fools, so nothing is impossible. We will get it, but it will take time to balance this equation. So this is done by heat and trial method. What is this? Now you see, potassium permanganate is a substance. It is called oxidizing agent. It is called oxidizing agent. I will take a class on this oxidation reaction. That I'll oxidizing agent means it will produce oxygen. And H2S is a reducing agent. So they will react, and they will react in the medium of sulfuric acid. So this will produce oxygen. That oxygen will go react with H2S, and the reaction will be allowed to take place in the acid medium. So the reaction cannot take place in one step. It takes place in different steps. So we have to go partial, means step by step. Suppose you come to ground floor to top floor. You have steps. If you come to the, you have the steps in the ladder. One step, two step, third step. Then you come to the first floor. One can jump from the first floor to ground floor to first floor, but it's not possible. So you have to go by step, step, step like this. For example, simple example I am giving you. Just to clear your mind, what is heat and trial method and what is partial equation method. For example, in the house, we cook the food. So we prepare the rice. So what are the ingredients? We rice, raw rice we get, water we get, nothing else. We open the gas, then put the water boils, then we put the rice, reaction started. Then what you do, after some time, you take a spoon and take out little amount of cooked rice and press it. It is hard, then you allow for 2-3 minutes to again boil. Then again you take a spoon and press it. If it is a little more hard, then again you press it. So these are called hits, and you are trying it. Then after some time you found the rice is cooked. So you stopped the burner and got the rice and you used it. This is a heat and trial method. Number of steps you are trying to know whether the raw rice has become a cooked rice or not. Suppose then you went to a house and asked and your friend's house, they have cooked a very good mutton curry. Your auntie has served you. You ask the auntie, how you have prepared it? Very nice. That is nothing to prepare. It's very easy. And then what are the things necessary? Now you have to bring the mutton, you have to bring the ginger, then you get the garlic, then oil. These are the main ingredients necessary for this. Then mutton, bas. Then you have to use a pressure cooker, then use it. He gave it. So what he did, you have cooked rice. What will you do now? You take the oil, you put the mutton, then you put the ginger, then you put the garlic, then you put all the spices powder, then salt, then you have added water and gave the pressure cooker used. 1 whistle, 2 whistle, 3 whistle, then you opened it and you saw a peculiar thing has taken place inside. Then again you the pressure and it, and you 2-3 times everything is spoiled, you cannot eat. Then you rang up the auntie, you have told me. I did it by heat and trial method, because in chemistry class sir has taught us, and accordingly I have cooked the rice. So I put everything into pressure cooker. No, you cannot do it. Do it. Your teacher must have taught you partial equation method. You go by partial equation method. Means what is that? You have to cook each one step by step. So what you have to do, then she taught you, because she knows the chemistry. She taught you, take the oil, then heat the oil, then add the garlic, then fry it, then add the ginger, fry it, then onion, fry it, then add the mutton. Then after the mutton, then you add she asked you to add the turmeric powder little more, then you're done. Then she told, then add the salt. You see, all the ingredients you are not adding at one time. Each step you are cooking it and adding one, because they are reacting with the mutton. Last step, you did what? You add the water, then give the pressure, then you give the whistle. Depending upon the strength of your teeth, if the strength is very hard, you can go by 2-3 whistles. If you are old man, then 4 whistles like this. So this, then you open the curry, you got the best possible curry of this. Successfully you got it. Exactly same thing, that is called partial cooking method. Here it is a partial equation method. You will be writing equations. So this is one ingredient, this is another ingredient, this is another ingredient. You will write the equations stepwise manner, and finally you add them. Just you add water to add the everything. Exactly same way it's done. Just cooking mutton, exactly you are cooking this, preparing this, balancing this equation. So first we'll do what? We'll take potassium permanganate. Potassium permanganate will react. India is playing. Suppose there is a play and a game is going on, cricket is going on, India is playing with Pakistan. Then all the 11 players, they are not going with the bat, and all the people, they do not come and play. So 2 batsmen, they go to the crease. Then there the player begins. India is playing, India map is not going playing. Then who are the playing? The Indian players are playing. So all the Indian players are also not going to play. So those players, what the captain has made a serial, 1, 2, 3, 4, first down, second down, third down, fourth down, they go serially and they play. So potassium permanganate is reacting, means who will react? Who are the players in potassium permanganate? Potassium is there, manganese is there, oxygen is there. They will react. Potassium permanganate is reacting, means potassium will react, manganese will react, oxygen will react. So who are the here players? Potassium, manganese and oxygen. Now what is potassium? A metal. Which group? Group 1, highly electropositive, alkali metal. Manganese is a metal, transition metal, D block, 7B group of the periodic table. They are there. It is a less positive than potassium. Then comes the oxygen, group 6. It is a highly electronegative element. So most positive is who? Potassium. So potassium will react with oxygen. Potassium will react with oxygen to form what? Potassium oxide. Potassium oxide. But I have taught you, formation of all the electropositive metals react with oxygen to form their oxides. These metallic oxides are strongly basic. This is what? This is basic. Then MnO will react. Mn will react to form MnO, because manganese is a metal, oxygen is a non-metal, they will react. These metallic oxide, these also basic, but less basic than potassium oxide. Then who comes out? Rest of oxygen will come out as oxygen atom. So this is the area. Now skeleton equation, make it atomic. Make it atomic. How many potassium right side? 2 potassium. So multiply potassium permanganate by 2. Then how many manganese this side, left side? 2 Mn. How many manganese this side? 1. So multiply this by 2. Then how many oxygen left side? 8. 8. So 1 plus 2, 3 gone. So multiply this by 5. Now this becomes an atomic equation. We wrote the skeleton equation, then we made it atomic. So this is over. Now who will come? So who is there present? Sulfuric acid. Just like your batsman stands on the crease, the other side the bowler goes, takes the ball, then rubs on the pant, then rotates, then throws. When depending upon the ball, the type of ball, the reaction will start here. The bat will open. Suppose it is a high spin or the low spin or a short ball, depending upon that he calculates, the batsman calculates accordingly to play with the ball. Exactly same thing happened. Who are the product now present? Potassium oxide is there, strongly basic. Manganese oxide is there, strongly basic, and oxygen is there. So this is strongly basic. What is sulfuric acid? Is an acid. So what will happen? Acid and base react to form salt and water. We have done in our oxide class, we have done acids. Metallic oxides are basic, will react with acid to form salt and water. So first potassium oxide will react with sulfuric acid. Will react with sulfuric acid. Potassium oxide will react with sulfuric acid. Who is potassium is +1, oxide is -2, hydrogen is +1, sulfate is -2. So potassium is positive basic radical, sulfate acid radical, they will react. They will form what? The salt potassium sulfate. Potassium sulfate. Then hydrogen and oxygen, they react to form water. Now potassium oxide reacted. Who remains now? MnO. What is MnO? Metallic oxide. What are metallic oxides? Basic. They are basic. So will react with whom? Sulfuric acid, an acid. So MnO will react with whom? Sulfuric acid. So here manganese radical +2, -2, here +1, this is -2. So manganese +2 will react with sulfate to form MnSO4. This will form MnSO4 plus water. Now it is balanced. 1 Mn, 1 Mn, 1 sulfate balanced. So but how many MnO are here? 2. So we will make it 2 MnO. So whole equation will multiply by what? Will multiply by 2. The whole equation will multiply by 2. Why? Now 1 MnO reacts with 1 sulfuric acid. But how many MnO are here? 2 MnO. Now, so the reaction, this is over. The reaction is over. Then comes what? H2S. H2S. H2S will react with, this is reacted. This is all react. Then who remains unreacted? Now O unreacted and H2S unreacted. O is unreacting and H2S. Now H2S will react with O. Children, I told you, all in one is our periodic table. All in one. Anywhere, anything you want to know, ask him. He will give you. Now how the reaction will take place here? If you go 6A, that is the 16 group of the periodic long form, modern periodic table 6A, oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, polonium. What I told you, down the group, positive character increases, negative character decreases. First is oxygen, then is sulfur. So sulfur, oxygen is more negative than sulfur. So this here hydrogen is what? Positive. Sulfur is negative. Oxygen is negative. So hydrogen will prefer whom? To oxygen. Hydrogen will prefer whom? To oxygen. So H2O will form H2O plus sulfur. So how many O are here? 5. One O reacts with one H2S. So 5O will react with 5 H2S. So we multiply this by 5. Now question comes, everything is cooked. Last we have done the molten cooking, add water to give pressure. Now add water is the line. Adding water is the line. Then pressure. So what is happening here? So I'll rub it and here I will write. So how many, this is K2O, right side, K2O, left side. You have read in algebra, in mathematics, if anything that is there in the right side and there in the left side, they cancel each other. Why? If this goes that side, then become minus. Or if this comes this side, this becomes plus. So this K2O will cancel with K2O. Then MnO will cancel with MnO. Then O, 5O will cancel with 5O. So whatever remains we will add now. So 2KMnO4, what is your final equation? 2KMnO4 reacts with how many sulfuric acid? 1 sulfuric acid, 2 sulfuric acid, 3 sulfuric acid, 3 sulfuric acid. Then H2S, how many H2S? 5. We are multiplying here 5. So 5 H2S. 5 H2S will form what? K2SO4. Then 2 MnSO4. Then water. 1 water. Here 2 water. Here 5 water. In the last equation there is, you are multiplying by 5. So 5 water. Here is 2 water. Here is 1 water. So you will have 8 water and 5 sulfur. Okay. So this is the final equation. You got partial equation method. So if I will show you this reaction. Next class I will show you. I will do the experiment and show you how the reaction is going on. So this color is pink. The pink color, potassium color, the pink potassium pink. This KSO4 is colorless. This is colorless, and MnSO4 is colorless, and sulfur particles will be formed. So you have the water. It is soluble in water. So you will get a pink solution, and you will get a colorless solution. I'll show you how wonderfully the reaction will come out. So since potassium permanganate is giving oxygen, producing oxygen, hence potassium permanganate is called an oxidizing agent. Those substances which can give oxygen, which will take part in chemical reaction, they are called as oxidizing agents, and potassium permanganate is an oxidizing agent. And H2S is giving what? H2S giving what? Hydrogen. Those which give hydrogen, they are called reducing agent. Those who give oxygen, they are called oxidizing agent. Those give hydrogen, nascent hydrogen, atomic hydrogen, they are called as reducing agent. So this is oxidizing agent. So what is oxidizing agent? Is reacting with reducing agent. So this reaction is called as a redox reaction. Such reactions are called as what? Redox reactions. So again I am telling you what I have done. I have taken potassium permanganate, an oxidizing agent. I have taken the medium, a sulfuric acid, dilute sulfuric acid, and H2S is a reducing agent. So what are the product we formed? So potassium sulfate, MnSO4, water and sulfur. Then how to balance? We cannot balance it by heat and trial method easily. It becomes very, very difficult. Why? Now potassium permanganate will react to give products, then H2S will react, then total thing will react. So stepwise manner the reaction is going on. Hence we go by step, we have to balance it, stepwise method, that is called partial equation method. Means every reaction we are balancing, every equation we are balancing, and at last we are adding them. So what is this? Potassium permanganate is the substance. Who are the elements present? Potassium, manganese, oxygen. What is potassium? Present in group 1A of the periodic table, highly electropositive. Highly electropositive. Manganese is 7th B group of the periodic table. It is also electropositive. And oxygen group 7A. Halogen group, group 6A, sorry, group 6A. It is all electronegative. So potassium will react with oxygen to form potassium oxide. Manganese will react with oxygen to form MnO. Then O remains. So how many potassium? 2 potassium. So we multiplied this by 2. How many manganese? 2 manganese. So we multiplied by 2. And how many O? 5 O remains. This atomic equation we got balanced. Now you come to this K2O. Now sulfuric acid is acidic. This is an acid. And what is this potassium oxide? Is a base, strongly basic. What is MnO? Strongly basic. So these are the bases, and here is an acid. So they undergo neutralization reaction. Acids react with bases to undergo neutralization reaction. So potassium oxide will react with sulfuric acid. So an acid reacts with base to form salt and water. So here potassium is plus, oxygen is minus 2, hydrogen is plus 1, sulfate is minus 2. So potassium sulfate will form the salt and water. Then MnO plus H2SO4. Mn is plus 2, oxygen is minus 2, hydrogen is plus 1, sulfate is minus 2. So will form MnSO4 plus water. 2 MnO is there. So multiplying the equation by 2. Then it is over. So potassium oxide reacted, MnO reacted, who remain? O remain. Now O will react with H2S. So H2O plus O, H2S plus O. So H2O plus sulfur. How many O are there? 5. So we multiply 5. Then we cancel the equals of opposite sides. In a reaction, in an equation, we always cancel the equals present in the opposite side. So we'll cancel them. K2O cancels, MnO cancels. Then if you add, you get KMnO4, H2SO4, S5H2S, K2SO4, 2MnSO4, 8 water, 5S. So here what is the pink color of potassium permanganate becomes what? Colorless. So due to the chemical reaction, then what will be the conclusion we will make? We will say that hydrogen sulfide is a reducing agent. What is hydrogen sulfide? Is a reducing agent. Reduces acidified potassium permanganate, to MnSO4. Hence the pink color of KMnO4 disappears. So this is a question comes to in the +2 exam, disappears, because you have sulfur family in your second year. In your second year you have your oxygen family, and you have potassium permanganate in second year, transition metals. So this reaction, once you understand here in your second year, this is an important reaction for you in the hydrogen sulfide, preparation and properties of hydrogen sulfide, preparation and properties of potassium permanganate are there. So whatever equations I will be balancing here, I will not be random, I am balancing. Whatever subjects we have in our first year and second year, I'll pick out some interesting and important reactions and balance them here. So that I will be teaching you how to balance an equation. I will teach you also the chemistry of the subject. So simultaneously you are completing two things. You are learning how to balance an equation, and you are also completing your property of hydrogen sulfide, property of potassium permanganate. Now let's take another reaction of the same potassium permanganate. I will be showing you these reactions. I will get the chemicals and I will show you the reaction. I'll do the experiment here and you will see how nicely the chemical reaction is going on. It is not a virtual, it is a real. Now second equation we are doing potassium permanganate plus dilute sulfuric acid plus sulfur dioxide. So potassium permanganate is an oxidizing agent. OA I am writing, oxidizing agent. Dilute sulfuric acid is a medium, and the sulfur dioxide is a reducing, RA I am writing, reducing agent. RA is a reducing agent. So how the reaction will take place? So you know the reaction now. This part is very clear to you, and this part will react with this part. So first what is happening? KMnO4, again I am repeating the same thing, KMnO4 will react. Who are the elements present? Potassium, manganese, oxygen. So potassium will react with oxygen to form potassium oxide, which is a strongly basic oxide. Manganese will react with O to form MnO, a metallic oxide, strongly basic oxide. The rest of oxygen will come out. We have 2 potassium, so we multiply it by 2. We have 2 Mn, so we multiply this by 2. Then we have 8O left side. So 2 plus 3, 5 and 5O. Now it is balanced. It is an atomic equation of potassium permanganate. Now this potassium oxide, as I told you, is basic, and MnO is basic. And what is there in our medium? Dilute sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid is a strong acid. This is a strong acid. So acids react with bases to form salt and water. So K2O will react with H2SO4 to form K2SO4 plus water. The potassium is +1 and oxygen is -2. Hydrogen is +1, sulfate is -2. So this potassium will go for sulfate to form the salt potassium sulfate. H plus will react to O to form water. It is okay now. Then comes MnO. MnO plus sulfuric acid will react to form MnSO4 plus water. Why? Now Mn is +2, oxygen is -2, hydrogen +1, sulfate -2. So Mn +2, SO4 -2 will form the salt MnSO4, H plus O, they will form water. Now it is this part I am adding. So these they have reacted. So this is the oxidizing agent part. Let me add them. Then I will come to next one. So then what is happening now? How many MnO here? 2 multiplied by 2. So K2O cancels K2O, MnO cancels MnO. Then who remains? 2 KMnO4. How many sulfuric acid? 2 sulfuric acid, 3 sulfuric acid. Will form K2SO4, then 2 MnSO4, then 2 water plus water, 3 water plus 5O. So this part is ready to react with whom? With sulfur dioxide. This is called partial equation method of balancing chemical equation. Partially we are balancing. We are not jumping up on it. We are step by step we are going. Now this will not react. This will not react. Who will react? O will react. O will react with whom? With SO2. Sulfur dioxide will react with O to form what? Sulfur trioxide. We know sulfur dioxide reacts with oxygen to form sulfur trioxide. And sulfur trioxide is a non-metallic oxides, and non-metallic oxides are acidic. Sulfur dioxide is a non-metallic oxide, will react with oxygen to form sulfur trioxide. Sulfur trioxide is a non-metallic oxide, and non-metallic oxides are acidic and they are soluble in water. Sulfur trioxide is a non-metallic oxide. Acidic oxides are soluble in water. So SO3 will react with water to form what? H2SO4. So what will happen now? I will add this SO2 plus water plus O. SO3 will cancel. SO2 plus O plus water will form what? Sulfuric acid. That I am doing here. SO2 plus O plus water will form what? Sulfuric acid. How many O are here? 5. We have 5 O. How many O is, so we have to multiply the whole equation by what? 5. 1 SO2 react with 1 O and 1 water to form sulfuric acid. How many O we have? We have 5 O. So now we'll add this. So O will cancel with whom? O. So we'll write the final equation now here. So what is 2KMnO4? We'll write 2KMnO4. Then plus we have 3 sulfuric acid in the left side. We have sulfuric acid in left side. We got this 2KMnO4, 3 sulfuric acid, K2SO4, 2 MnSO4, 3 water, 5 O. Now O will react with whom? With H2SO2. So SO2 plus O plus water will give us sulfuric acid. How many O are there? 5. So we multiply this by 5. So we'll now cancel the equals. So O and O cancel. So 2 KMnO4 remain. Then here we have left side we have 3 sulfuric acid, and right side how many sulfuric acid? 5 sulfuric acid. Left side we have how many sulfuric acid? 3 sulfuric acid. Right side we have how many sulfuric acid? 5 sulfuric acid. So 5, 3 goes, then how many sulfuric acid? So 2 sulfuric acid. 2 sulfuric acid over. Then sulfuric acid gone. Then who remain? O, 5 SO2. So we have 5 SO2. Then how many water we have left side? 5 water. In this equation how many water we have? 5 water. How many water right side you have? 3 water. So left side 5 water, right side 3 water. So then left side how many water will remain? 2 water. Left side we have 5 water, right side we have 3 water. So left side will be 2 water. So 2 water. So this gives us what? 2 sulfuric acid plus K2SO4 plus 2 MnSO4. Bas. So this is the total product we got now. This is the balanced chemical equation. You see how easily we are doing it and how lastly we got everything. So what I did, again I am repeating you, I have taken KMnO4 plus sulfuric acid plus SO2. How they will, I will want to write the balanced chemical equation. So I will look to the products, reactants given to me. Potassium permanganate is what? Is a source of oxygen. Hence it is an oxidizing agent. Sulfur dioxide is a reducing agent. And sulfuric acid is a medium of reaction. So they will react. Potassium permanganate will react. Means who are the elements present? Potassium, manganese, oxygen. So potassium will react with oxygen to form potassium oxide. Mn will react with oxygen to form MnO, and rest O comes out. So K2O, 2MnO, 5O. So this is balanced in atomic state. Now potassium oxide is a metallic oxide basic, MnO is a metallic oxide basic. So they will react with whom? With acid, sulfuric acid. K2O plus H2SO4, K2SO4 water, MnO plus H2SO4, MnSO4 water. So we got 2KMnO4, 3 sulfuric acid, K2SO4, 2MnSO4, 3 water, 5O. This is acidified potassium permanganate. Then they will react with whom? With sulfur dioxide. Sulfur dioxide is an acidic oxide. Will react with O to form sulfur trioxide. Sulfur trioxide is soluble in water to form what? Sulfuric acid. We got it? So now how many O are here? 5O. So we multiply the equation by 5. So we got here O cancels. So we now wrote 2KMnO4. We wrote 2KMnO4. 5SO2. 5SO2. Then how many sulfuric acid? 3 sulfuric acid left side, 5 sulfuric acid right side. So 2 sulfuric acid right side. And how many water this side? 5 water. That side 3 water, 5 water. So this is the balanced chemical equation. The final equation we got is this. Then what is happening here? What is the color of potassium permanganate? It is pink. This is a pink color. And this K2, this MnSO4 is colorless. This is colorless. So what happens? Sulfur, what is the conclusion you will make? Sulfur dioxide reduces acidified KMnO4 to MnSO4 and gets oxidized to sulfuric acid. Hence pink color of KMnO4 disappears. Because MnO4 is colorless, KMnO4 disappears. Children, you see, it's not very difficult to partial equation method. Partial equation method is easy, but what you have to know certain clues of the chemistry. That is the reason I taught you acidic oxide, basic oxide, salt, acid, base. All these things I taught before teaching you balancing chemical equation. So this is my 8th or 9th class. Before this 9th class, I have done 7 or 8 classes. So you go through those classes and come to this. You will give a challenge to anybody. Anybody gives you any equation, you can balance that equation. That will not be difficult. Again, next class we will take potassium permanganate, potassium dichromate, and write few balance some equations. Then we will go to how acids will react with metals by partial equation method. We will balance them. Thank you very much. We will go for the next class. There we will go by potassium permanganate and potassium dichromate reactions.